Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content tonight is something that is breaking as of about an hour ago. The Attorney General of the state of Texas has been impeached by the Texas House. Yeah, I know. Texas is controlled by Republican. This is a messy situation, particularly when you involve something that's very near and dear to us, the pistol brace lawsuit coming out of GOA with Ken Paxton. This is something you're going to need to see. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think on this one because this is important for you to know. And if you are new or you're a returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and making sure you turn that notification bell on. We need as many people as we can to get into the fold with us to pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. And thank you in advance for your consideration and partnership in that. Now, the content today is brought to you by Lear Capital. Now, we all know which way the wind is blowing, and the Biden administration can pull as many HEFs as they want and redefine what a recession is, but we all know we're either in one or going towards one. So it's a great time to partner with a company like Lear Capital for your precious metal needs. Whether you want to put something away in your sock drawer, or you want to convert some of your Roth IRA or your retirement accounts into precious metals to safeguard your investments. Now, there are a lot of gold companies out there, but I choose to do business with Lear Capital. Now, the reason why is they have over thousands of 5-star reviews, 24-hour money-back guarantees, and they will help you with free information on the phone number on your screen with your options. Now, the best way to explore turning precious metals into either your current accounts or your retirement accounts is through Lear Capital. The number on the screen, they will give you free information and see if you can qualify for up to $15,000 in free precious metals for qualifying orders. It's learlangley.com or the phone number you're seeing on your screen. Call just for some free information, and thank you for your time. All right, my brothers and sisters, so now we have got to get to the breaking news because this directly correlates to the existing brace ban lawsuit coming from Ken Paxton, the state of Texas, and GOA. Because with him out of the woodwork, what does that mean? If he's now out of the picture, what does that mean for the existing lawsuit? I've got a lot of sources. We're going to dive into this. As always, everything is linked. So here's the first article we're hitting. Why Texas's GOP-controlled House impeached Republican attorney Ken Paxton. Now, you can see in the timestamp, this is 55 minutes ago. And before we continue with that article, here is the prior relationship with GOA, the pistol brace rule, and AG Ken Paxton. Check this out from GOA's website. GOA and Texas AG Paxton file suit against ATF pistol brace rule. And here is from the immediate release from February. Today, Gun Owners of America and the Gun Owners Foundation jointly filed a lawsuit challenging the Biden pistol brace ban with Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. The suit was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Texas. Now, that's the backstory. That's what happened. That's the existing lawsuit in partnership with GOA. That's where everything plays and sits with the existing lawsuits. What does that mean for us? While we're following through the pistol brace rules, while we're following through the lawsuits, when we're seeing different injunctions from Second Amendment Foundation to FPC, here's what it essentially means from the state of Texas and how this affects the lawsuit. And I've got a little bit of inside intel that this is not going to work the way you'd think it would. Austin, Texas. After years of legal and ethical scandals swirling around Texas Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton, the state's GOP-controlled House of Representatives on Saturday voted to impeach him, causing his immediate suspension from office. Now, that's an important piece to understand. I'm about to hit this right now. He is no longer acting Attorney General because this passed an hour ago, pending a Senate trial, which means someone has to fill the void, which we're going to get to in 1 second, but this is how it works, because this is kind of rare in Texas. I think it's only happened 2 other times. The process. Under the Texas Constitution and law, impeaching a state official is similar to the process on the federal level. The actions start in the state house, and where we're at now, the state house has impeached him. Again, Republican controlled. Now that the House has impeached Paxton, a Senate trial will decide whether to permanently remove him from office or acquit. Removal by the Senate requires 2/3 majority vote. Again, Republican-led. Now, the big question, and the reason that this is so important, is because of that GOA lawsuit that we already talked about and I introduced. Where does that sit? What does this do to this? How does this affect our pistol brace movements as we go forward? Because as we've seen this week, there's a lot of movement as that deadline draws close of enforcement date. Here we go. Check this out. A sudden threat. There is a major difference between Texas and the federal system. Impeachment means Paxton is immediately suspended from office until the outcome of the Senate trial. Republican Governor Greg Abbott would appoint an interim replacement. So that's where it kind of goes. Again, this is where it's weird. Republicans have the House, have the Senate, the House impeaches him, and they have the governorship. He can just appoint someone else right in there. They've already got someone else. And according to inside sources at GOA, this so far is not going to change the outcome of the actual lawsuit. It's just the individual. So this is limited to only the individual who's in question, not the lawsuit, not the state's actions, not the replacement. They are separate. And that's important to understand as we go forward, because according to what we're talking about at this point, that lawsuit is not impacted. It's just a different lead. That's essentially what had happened. So imagine if Attorney General got removed, whether from their own doing or impeachment, and someone else steps in, the state's business is still the state's business. That's what it kind of means. But let me show you what they've got going in, because this is who's going to replace him. And this happened within an hour. Update. First Assistant Attorney General Brent Webster will serve as Attorney General in Paxton's stead, according to an internal memo sent to staff and obtained by the Dallas News. Governor Abbott can also appoint an interim AG, but he has not done so yet. So where we're at right now is we have an interim AG has already been put in place, which means they have an active Attorney General's office. They have a leadership profile already in place. This person is stepping into that with the existing lawsuits not being affected at all. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, any other AG could go, yeah, we're pulling our support from that. We're not going to do that, or they can reinforce it. There's no indication they're going to pull it at this point in time because this is breaking. But according to the inside sources that I've got as of this moment, everything is staying the course. But this is definitely jostling considering how close to everything this is. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if this is helpful, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.